Alrighty. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic. Last known classic. This episode number 2504 and Doubleshot number 2398. We're discussing two volume ones here. First is something that started just recently, and the writers of this book also write Outsiders for DC that just came out. Yeah, it's a team that over the years I've not been big fond of some of the stuff that they've worked on because not terrible, it's was forgettable. But this is not forgettable. We have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 Grootflall, written by Colleen Kelly and Jackson Loring. Yep. So, artwork, Kev Walker. Cover art, Marco Chito. Yep. So, the Guardians of the Galaxy are back. A little over a year of the cancellation of the previous volume was written by Al Ewing, which I still think that was a mistake on Marvel's part. Why the heck would you end a good book? And you bring it back, probably as a promotion tie-in for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, presumably. So, they wait until the year has passed by. Now, they say here's some weird things happen in this book. Okay, so the lineup has changed a little bit. We have Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Nebula. That is quite strange for Nebula being part of the Guardians because she's never part of the Guardians before. My guess is the writers probably got an answer. They have included part of the Guardians because she's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Mantis here as well. My guess is the reason why she's back in the team because she's featured for the Guardians in the movie. So that fact she was not in the previous volume of the book. Last time she was seen, she's part of the Guardians of Nowhere. And now she's back with the Guardians, and they're on the western frontier. And Rocket Raccoon is not part of the team anymore because he doesn't like what they're doing. And he's fighting with these creatures who are like Groot. And apparently Groot is dead. And the Grootflall is this weird tree-like creatures that are original to this very book. It is kind of weird. The fact that the Reyes book type of good idea the turn to make parts of Groot and like this evil villain. Not sure exactly why. It is quite baffling. Yeah, so apparently Groot is dead in this book. And there's like pieces of him where he's like a bad guy now. I'm like, why? Why would you turn a beloved character like Groot into a bad guy? This, to me, does not make any sense at all. To turn Groot into a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is by far one of the weirdest ideas that this book ever decided to accomplish. Yes. And the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Guardians of Groot Space. Yeah, so Star-Lord, apparently Raccoon is back in this book he's not back with the Guardians until later. But it's kind of like, I'm not really sure exactly why in the world it's like this for. Where Groot is this evil creature. And by the way, Groot himself doesn't pop up in the book until like issue number 5. Yes. Rocket is now the Star Sheriff, who's become Star Sheriff in issue 4. And they'll apparently die in issue number 5, but they come back for next issue. Somehow. Also, Moondragon's back with the team now. Yeah, it's kind of weird though that they have the end of the book where like, well, actually it happens very next issue, but this is kind of an odd book per se. It's like, what's the point of showing the Guardians and what they are? It just like why? It is just weird. I don't really know exactly. Like, okay, they went on vacation, the end of the book, and previous time, and then, by the way, the last issue was released September 2021. The first issue of this book, which came out just this year back in April. Now, why in the world they're written like this? I don't know. It's like where. So, you can say that basically Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, they have to be here because they're constantly with the Guardians. Mantis and Nebula because of the movie, because Mantis is part of the team in the movie, Volume 2 and Volume 3. So, that's my theory of why Mantis and Nebula on the team, editorial mandate. That, or the fact they read one in the book and making Groot like this evil entity that they're fighting in this book. Like, why? It's like, whatever happened to Fun Loving Guardians? Yeah, let's turn them all into these dark vigilantes. Not sure why. The Argus is pretty good. I don't mind the change of styles. I do appreciate, though, that Star-Lord is wearing his regular helmet now. Yeah, I do appreciate that. But they also mentioned about the Flash uniforms the Guardians used to have, but no Flash uniforms here. Like, everybody gets brand new costumes. Yeah, look at this. Everybody gets brand new costumes. For no reason. I'm not sure exactly why, because, by the way, in the previous final book, Rocket wore his suit, and now he's back wearing his normal outfit. He wears his movie outfit for reasons. It's like some of this book is more editorially driven. Yeah, I'm going to give the book roughly a 8.5 out of 10. Next up we have is a book I never thought we'd talk about in here. Batman Wayne Family Adventures. A webtoon comic that is the only comic that features Duke Thomas. The best way to describe this book, it's like it's pre-Flashpoint mixed in with New 52 stuff. Because Luke Fox is in here as well. I mean, you can tell it's pre-Flashpoint because, well, here's the thing about this book. So, apparently Barbara Gordon is not Batgirl in this reality. Orphan is, well, it's like they mix in two different histories. It's like, oh yeah, well, let's have fun with this book. It's a fun book. There's an issue with Duke Thomas, like he moves into the actual estate. We have Orphan here too, who was one of the Batgirls. Alfred's in this book too, so was Jim Gordon. Yeah, it's almost like you can definitely say, like I mentioned, where it's like, oh, it's New 52 mixed in with pre-Flashpoint. It's like a series of like fun stuff that happens here. And it's weird that this book is the only book that Duke Thomas featured nowadays. Yeah, and this collects the first 25... and this was a digital book published by Webtoons. And... well, the book is still published, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still ongoing, and it's published over 100 chapters, like 106. I personally... prior to this book, I never read anything related to this book at all. Like, it's like a cartoon. This one, but hey, at least book features Duke Thomas, who, here's the thing, prime continuity, he's doing pretty much nothing. No, seriously, like. Can you think of any book he's featuring now? I haven't seen probably anything lately. Yeah. Yeah, and if you're curious, like, What was the most recent appearance of Duke Thomas? Well, he appeared in the Gotham War. He appeared in he actually just returned from Mad Bomb. Well, he's a doll, but as of recently, well, he did appear in the Gotham War stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where he's part of the Batman family. Mm-hmm. But in case his book, it's actually pretty good. I give book roughly 9 out of 10. Yep, so yeah, that's it particular review. Next up is 100 Girlfriends. Okay, next video. Bye.